Every single Minecraft spin-off game made by Mojang turned out to be a complete failure. Sort of, with their games being straightly abandoned, discontinued, and almost no longer remembered by Mojang ever again. I'm talking specifically about the official spin-off games, not those made by Telltale Games, because it's a little different story and a different company as well. But even so, what really happened to the official Minecraft spin-off games? Games that had high hopes from the Minecraft community are now staying at very low player counts nowadays and no game updates as well. And in this video, I hope I will make everything clear for you. Minecraft Earth was the first ever Minecraft spin-off game released by Mojang, being firstly announced in May of 2019 during Minecraft's 10-year anniversary, and, at least for me, it looked promising. Upon an unforgettable Minecraft experience in augmented reality, shortened just AR, which back in 2019 was a huge flop as there existed very little amount of games and apps that supported this technology back then, and not that many smartphones really supported this thing as well. Not only that, it also had many items, mobs, features that were not present in the original game, and so Mojang did a pretty good move in my opinion in releasing this game, even though I assume that not that many people owned a smartphone or tablet that supported the AR technology. It still received some attention and positive feedback from the community. However, whether the game itself looked pretty or not, its first public release was on 11th of December 2019. Probably the worst day to release a game where your main missions are to go outside and explore the real world in order to complete the main missions in this game, and we all know what happened by the end of 2019. And not gonna lie, at this point I feel kinda sorry for the Minecraft Earth development team. Imagine working for months or even years on a project, make huge announcements and really cool implementations from the original Minecraft game into a brand new and modern game with a less popular but actively growing by that time technology, and overall make a pretty good game inspired by Pokemon Go but aimed towards Minecraft fans. And shortly after releasing it, it was simply explained destroyed by a certain national emergency that forced pretty much our entire world to stay at home. And I think it's no surprise that this game received not that much attention and was eventually discontinued during these, I'd call them bad times, back in 2021. But I honestly think if the game couldn't succeed back then, why just don't try to release it today? Look, Minecraft Earth couldn't succeed because it was the worst time to go outside during the year when it was eventually released, but this isn't the case nowadays, and I think if Mojang did not discontinue this game back in 2021, or if they tried to release it again a little bit later, I think it could have a potential chance to succeed. And so, to sum it up, I can understand why Minecraft Earth saw no success when it was released, and why it was eventually discontinued 1.5 years later after the official release, but I still think that this game can have a huge potential nowadays, as all of the problems that appeared at Minecraft Earth's release were pretty much solved, and releasing this game again could breathe a whole new life in it with the reasons mentioned earlier. However, in the case with Minecraft Dungeons, the discontinuation of this game received so much more backlash from the community in comparison to Minecraft Earth. Minecraft Dungeons is with no doubt the most successful Minecraft spin-off game ever created. Despite it being not that popular nowadays, the game still had received millions of positive feedback from the community and was well known and loved, as it was a pretty cool implementation of a Diablo-style blocky game. The game itself was released in May of 2020 and discontinued almost 3.5 years later by the end of September of 2023, and even by that time in 2023, Mojang didn't really care about this game at all, despite the game having many issues such as lack of proper endgame and same gameplay, which overall results in boring gameplay for most of the players. Sure, the game itself was really fun to play, even though the main campaign is really short. I think that the paid DLCs do their job perfectly in expanding the main campaign. I'm also currently speaking for myself, because I used to be a huge fan of Minecraft Dungeons. Ever since the game was showcased in 2019, I immediately fell in love with it. After the game was released, I also also remember myself coming faster from school to download the game and play it as long as I possibly could on that day. And so I played and played and played this game for weeks, and that lasted up until the end of June of 2020 so far as I remember. Despite the game having very little content, I continuously played the game for almost a month until it eventually became boring for me as it had the same gameplay, monsters, bosses, etc. There was pretty much nothing left to do in the game, and so I quit. Now, you may argue that it was by the game's release, where, as I mentioned, was very little content added, and sure, while the Minecraft dungeons that we have nowadays is really different from the Minecraft dungeons on the release that I was talking about and of which I was a huge fan of, nowadays dungeons indeed contains lots of content and more possibilities for the players. I still think that the gameplay is always almost the same. After completing the main campaign or maybe even the DLC, in my opinion, there is nothing much left to do in the game, and while the tower was added as a sort of solution to the end game, it wasn't really well received by the community, which left dungeons with its biggest issue not really fixed, its end game and replayability, an issue which resulted in many players quitting the game because it becomes boring after completing the main game. And so I do think that Minecraft Dungeons is overall an amazing game with its cool battle mechanics, content, community, and so much more. However, the biggest issue with this game is that despite this game having much content, it simply becomes boring after completing the main quests and DLCs compared to the original game, the Minecraft that we all love. This issue is not present there. You can still do lots of things after completing the main game, and it doesn't really have to be vanilla Minecraft though. You can install mods, play on servers with minigames, create and much more. I think you get the point. And so in my opinion, Mojang could have done some of the aspects of this game differently in order to keep the game alive, or at least make it more interesting for the players so that they wouldn't quit this game after a short amount of time. But still, this game resulted in equally success and failure in my opinion, having tens of millions of players that really enjoyed this game, nowadays only receiving around 500 to 800 daily players according to the Steam DB, maybe a few hundred more if we consider consoles as well. However, in case with Minecraft Legends, it's so much worse than Minecraft Dungeons. Minecraft Legends is a game developed by both Mojang Studios and Blackbird Interactive. And just a simple question before I move on, why aren't you still not subscribed? What were your emotions looking like when you saw either gameplay or trailer of Minecraft Legends for the first time? Was it excitement? Disappointment? I assume that probably for most of the people watching this it was a disappointment for multiple reasons, but with one of the main reasons being that Minecraft, the game that we all love, is well known and loved for many other different reasons, but not because it has a story campaign, strategy elements, and even less replayability than in the Minecraft Dungeons. And I could probably tell you even more reasons why Minecraft Legends did not look exciting at all, but I don't want to make this video any longer, so I hope you get the point that Minecraft Legends is a completely different game, and it's basically not the Minecraft that we love. In my eyes, even though you can see that the developers gave efforts to develop this game, a strategy game based on a sandbox game, which as expected absolutely didn't work out long term, and with the boring and really repetitive gameplay, boring multiplayer as well, decent campaign, and so much more than 5 years of work and efforts were pretty much wasted. And for what? I guess we'll never know. In fact, Minecraft Legends was the shortest Minecraft spin-off game that Mojang supported, which only lasted about less than 9 months because this game was such a failure that more than 99% of the players quit playing it after the first month of release. That's just hilarious, and with that being said, let's come to the conclusion. As a conclusion, I can say Mojang isn't good at making games besides the original Minecraft. Don't get me wrong, I genuinely like the concept of their games, and all of their games could have potential if Mojang would just look at these games differently. For example, despite Minecraft Dungeons having many problems that the community was complaining about, they were really silent in 2023, not even mentioning the 3rd anniversary of this game, or not giving any effort to fix the endgame problem, for example. Or if they could somehow will revive Minecraft Earth nowadays, I think it could have been successful if they really did that, and at the very least simply understand what Minecraft is in general and what the community really wants. I'm pretty sure that almost no one wanted an RPG-like game based on Minecraft, which is a sandbox game that just doesn't fit quite well, at least in my opinion. Or maybe not. Maybe Minecraft spin-offs in general aren't a thing that the Minecraft community really wants. According to my YouTube community poll, about 50% of people never played spin-offs from Mojang, which can only confirm that a majority of people don't prefer playing them at all. This is why Mojang's spin-offs didn't work out long term and weren't really accepted by the community, and why they also became so boring for many players in the first place. And yeah, subscribe.